today's spiritual wisdom is, so we are going to learn today part of holistic lifestyle. Yes, some disturbance is coming from somebody. Okay. So now I disabled all the audios. Now let's start. My dear friends, today the part of holistic lifestyle. So as usual, every day we have our schedule of the program. First, we'll be doing meditation. Then we'll go to the sharing of spiritual wisdom on every day. Especially on Saturday, we'll be sharing the only holistic lifestyle. What is the requirement of holistic lifestyle? I explained in the beginning of in the first day itself. I explained you, right. So it's very important to have the healthy body, right? So in the olden days, or a common common statement is, when there is a sound body, there is a sound mind. But I always say that it's opposite. A sound mind leads to sound body. Do you agree with this? Overall agree with this? Can you raise the hand? Yes, yes, okay, yes. A sound mind leads to sound body. You see, say earlier our statement, many of the people used to say that a sound body will have sound mind. No, not all the time. Not all the time. 90% time, a sound mind will have sound body. See how it is. See, most of the the modern doctors, the modern so-called medical system also defined very clearly 95% diseases are psychosomatic diseases. Understand? It means what? Psycho means mind, psycho means mind, soma means physical body. Okay, psychosomatic, the mind-born diseases, mind-induced diseases. You can say like this. Okay, so that means what? Most of the diseases are caused in our physical body due to our own mind environment. Basically, what is the environment of our mind? Whether we have full of negative thoughts, full of fear, full of anxiety, full of depression, full of so-called, the lust, or, greediness. What is going on inside? Due to that, what happened? That is going to induce some wrong chemicals, or you can say some poisonous chemicals inside the body. See, our body itself, intelligent mechanism in which everything is there. You don't need to worry about what is not there. It is having everything. It can produce, it can produce hundreds of chemicals, hundreds of hormones. Basing on the situation, basing on your mind, it is going to produce many hormones, stress hormones, happy hormones, many chemicals, many enzymes. Everything will be produced by your own physical body. So that is why we have to be very careful with respect to your mind. That is why we're all practicing meditation in order to keep our mind environment healthy and happy all the time. At least come out of the stress, to bring our mind out of the stress. Keep our mind out of the stress. Try to restore some peace inside, right? So when there is a peace inside, then you will get a lot of creativity inside of you. What happens is, always remember this. So the peace leads to creativity. Creativity leads to all the solutions in our life. What do we need? Problems are bound to happen to everybody. Remember this. Be it a rich person or a poor person, or maybe in any profession, the problems are quite common. Why the problems will come? Problems are bound to happen. Health problems, financial problems, the job-oriented problems, work-oriented problems, the relationship problems, whatnot, many. Any kind of problem, anytime it may strike your door at any point of time. Why it happens so? Because we all done lot of karmas in our own past lives. Many past lives we have gone through, my dear friends. This is not the first line. Bhagavad Gita says, Vedic scripture says, Ramayana says, so many ancient scriptures clearly tells about the reincarnation. This is something called law of reincarnation, karma siddhanta, punarjanma siddhanta. Very clear. So only thing is, we are not understanding, because we are not given this education from the childhood. That's the biggest problem. Vivekananda is given this education right from fourth year of age. His mother is to give, his mother is to teach him, to sit in meditation, practice meditation. She is to make him to do meditation. You see how he has grown up. When he has grown up, he was a bright student. He was so intelligent student, and of course, he became a great monk. The world renowned monk. In fact, the renowned yogi in the entire world itself, isn't it? So in the world parliamentarians of religion, he delivered the speech, astonishing speech. It has astonished the entire world community, all the religions, in fact, right? That is the power of meditation, my dear friends. That is the power of yoga. That is the power of Sanatana Dharma. I understand. So this has to be given right from the childhood to every of your son, daughter, everybody. It must be imparted. It must be imparted. This kind of education. This is called spiritual education. This is called real education. This is called eternal education. Always remember. Okay. Always, this eternal education has to be given to every student, every son or daughter, whatever of your own children, right from the age 4 or 5. Remember this. If you give this, what is the advantage? He become a master of his own life. You don't need to become a master to anybody. Forget about other people. Let him become a master of his own mind. That's all. That is enough. If he become a master of his own mind, he will definitely become a master of his own life. Then after, everything around him will be beautiful, wonderful, happy, joyful. Because inside him, a lot of peace is there. Problems are bound to happen, as I told you, because of our old karmas, our own ancient, our own previous life karmas. The problem may bound to happen all of a sudden. You see, many people we used to see, many of the lives, suddenly all of a sudden one disease will strike. Somebody get cancer, somebody get liver problem, somebody gets some other problems, or somebody gets some financial problem. Otherwise, somebody gets some relationship problem. And as things are going on properly, all of a sudden something will come. What are those? Those are your past life karmas. But to withstand that, to rectify it, to reduce the intensity of the problem, severity of the problem, what need to be there with you? The meditation must be there with you. That's all. If the meditation is with you, let me tell you, I'm strongly telling, because I'm enjoying the benefits of meditation for last 20 years. Okay. Of course, problems also will come to me. Problems happen to me. Okay. It's not that problem doesn't happen. If you are a big master, great master, problem will not happen. Definitely problem will come. Right. Yesterday I was explaining about Trilinga Swami. Trilinga Swami, he was as if everybody say that Kasi Vishwanatha. Kasi Vishwanatha means in Varanasi. So he was as if walking God, walking Shiva. They call him. In North India, is very famous. Though he hailed from South India, he was a Digambara yogi. He lived 280 years on this earth planet. Directly in Varanasi itself. He went from Andhra. He born in Andhra, but he went through so many places, and of course Nepal forest. He also done meditation, lot of meditation there, and ultimately he reached to the so-called Varanasi, so Kasi. So he reached there at the age of 130 years, and there he lived for another 150 years. Okay, you see, 280 years he lived on this earth planet, isn't it? So I was explaining about his life, basically, and also all his leelas. Leelas means his miracles, what he has done in his life. Yesterday I was giving a lecture in Kannada and Telugu. So imagine, such a great masters also has gone through so many hurdles. It's not that the great master means you won't get any problem. See, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, ultimately at the end of the life, what he was suffering, throat cancer, isn't it? And Ramana Maharshi, he was some cancer on the hand, something it was happening, right? So do you think that masters will not get any problems? Yes, they will get, but their sustainability is there. So they also treat that the problem also, they treat with the love and affection. They won't reject the problem. They just embrace it. They try to accept whatever happened. See, one simple and the most important principle of everybody's life is accept whatever happens. accept as it is. If you accept as it is, 50% problems are solved. Understand? And then after accepting, then what you need to do? You need to try for the solutions. First, accept. Problem can be anything. With your father, with your mother, with your husband, with your children, with anybody. It may be problem with anybody. Don't reject the problem. Don't repent on the problem. Many people, whatever, no, when the problem comes, they start repenting. Repenting means like, they'll be keep on suffering. Why this problem to me? Why not to other people? Why only for me? No, that is not the way. You must not do that. Don't repent. Just accept any problem comes in your life. Accept it. Then try for the solutions. What next? Put a question. What next? What next can be done? That's all. Then just do some attempting on that. And along with that, do your meditation regularly. If a problem is serious, do more meditation. If problem severity is more, do more and more meditation. You may say that, when the problem is there, how can I sit in the meditation? Yes, your thoughts will bother you, but sit for more time, 2 hours. In 2 hours, first half an hour, your thoughts will be bombarding you. See, there is a problem. You are sitting silently here. There is a problem which is going on. So what to do next? This person, that person, this situation. It may so many thoughts will come. Let half an hour goes. Another 1.5 hour, sit in meditation. Then what happened? The whole scenario will change. Whole scenario will change. You get a lot of energy. You connect to the nature. You connect to the so-called supreme consciousness. You connect to the so-called Srishtikarta. That means creator. Then what else you wanted? You will solve every problem. Every problem will come in line. Whatever you are expecting, in the lines of your expectation, things will be solved, and then you will come back to the normal life. Okay, so this is how it works, friends. It's just I'm trying to give you some of the hints how you can lead your life with meditation. Without meditation, the life is miserable. With meditation, the life is blissful. So let's go to the topic now. Okay. So friends, so today I'm trying to discuss with you the overall, this week and next week together, I'll be discussing part of holistic lifestyle, 10 important holistic lifestyle principles. Okay, let's start. In this today, we'll be covering about 3 principles only. And next week again, Saturday, I'll be covering rest of the 7 principles. The first 3 principles are so important. That's why it takes some time also. Okay, let's start. See, out of 10 principles, why these holistic lifestyle principles? It's very simple. See, in our life, to keep this physical body healthy, what is the input? As I told you the first day also, our input is our, hygienic food. That's called nutrient food, nutrition food. We have to give to that is the main input of the physical body. Because every cell in your physical body needs energy, physical energy. Okay, that physical energy will be proper when you give nutrition food, proper food, healthy food. Okay, and also your lifestyle also. One is a food, other is lifestyle. What are the lifestyle principles we need to follow? What is the kind of food we have to give it to the physical body? See, many times, what we do, let me tell you, we put a diesel into the, petrol car. We put petrol into the diesel car. That's how we are, managing our life. It doesn't work. It will work, engine will work. After some time, it gets into repair mode, isn't it? So that's how it happens. That's how the diseases are generated. We don't know what food to be taken, when to be taken, how much to be taken, how to be taken. Okay, these things are not known to us. Nobody teaches. No college will teach you. No parents will teach you. Society will not teach you. You have to pay money, and you need to understand all these things. And then only it's available for you. Anyway, we'll discuss now. The first and foremost thing is the food what we should eat, my dear friends. See, most of the time, let me tell you, our main course of food, that is rice, somebody takes chapati. In North India, most of the times, North Indians, they take chapati as the main, that's called pradhana ahara. Pradhana ahara means main course of food. In South India, many people take, nowadays, I'm telling you, another 40, 30 years back, that scenario was different. Okay, the scenario and our ancestors, what kind of food they were taking is different. In fact, in my childhood, we used to take only millets. Millets, that is, so little millet, foxtail millet, brown top millet, barnyard millet. These millets we were taking so much in my childhood time. Now, as we go on, what happened in the year of around 40 years back, in fact, right, 40 years back, 1974, 70s time, green revolution has come into picture. Now the entire food course has changed. Main food is gone bad, completely gone bad, my dear friend. What happened? Everybody in South India taking white rice, white rice, white rice, because the rice has been growing in a huge manner. They were growing the rice like a hell only. You go to the anywhere in South India, you see the complete, something called, you can say, green desert. It's called green desert. No trees, no trees, completely, rice crop, everywhere rice crop. How they are growing? They want to have more production. They are growing with lot of chemicals. You understand? Lot of chemicals in number. That's number one problem. Number two is, whatever the rice we take, polished rice, white rice, completely polished, nice rice. Okay, what is there in that? All the so-called fiber is gone. The husk, the husk around that, the top layer of the any rice grain you take, that is having nutrients. That is removed. That is removed. Inside that, whatever is there, we are eating that. We are thinking that we are taken. No, I've eaten the rice. I am getting something. Yes, you may get some carbohydrates. You may get some vitamins, but you won't get fiber at all. Any food you take without fiber, my dear friends, it's not going to help you. It is going to damage your system. How does it damage? When you take food without fiber, let me tell you. Any food you take, if it digests within 20 minutes, let me tell you, within 20 minutes, if it digest, okay, after that, after digestion, it will get into glucose. The glucose, what happens? Suddenly, it will go into the blood. Then your glucose level will be jumped up. Instead of that, if you take food with the fiber makes sure that the digestion system goes very, very slowly. That's why our ancestors, they used to take, the food with the millets and all, no, and they used to take ambali in the early morning by 6, 7, 8 o'clock, right, before going to the field work. So they eat that, and then the evening up to 5, 4 o'clock, they won't get any hunger. The reason is what? That food, it will go on, it will 5 hours it will take to digest. That's how the food should be. Food has to digest slowly. Slowly it has to digest. Slow and steady release of a glucose into the blood is the most important parameter to keep up your health properly. Nowadays, many of the diseases are coming because of, what happened? Uncontrolled glucose level in the blood. Understand? See, many of the diseases, you can say obesity, you can say heart problem, you can say the cholesterol problems, you can say that cancer, whatever the disease you call it, all is linked with your own glucose levels. You know that how it is? I'll explain you. So that's why main course of food, please change it. If you are using only white rice, forget about it. If you are only using only the white godi, that is wheat, forget about it. If you are taking only chapati, I'm taking what kind of wheat you are using? Is it grown with the chemicals? Do you know that? Are you clear about that? You don't know. It's coming from somewhere. It's coming from Punjab. It's coming from somewhere. Punjab, what's happening? From Punjab to Rajasthan, there is a cancer rail going on every day. Cancer rail. What kind of pathologic situation we are into? Why there is a cancer rail if the so-called wheat crop is proper? Wheat crop is qualitative and it is not having any side effects. Why does this so many cancer cases? All the cancer cases are coming, especially in Punjab, in that surrounding area, because of heavy chemicals are using in the farming sector. They are using pesticides. They are using without pesticides, without so-called DAP and urea. Let me tell you, if there is no fertilizer, there is no pesticide, there is no crop at all. There is no crop at all. That's so-called this wheat and all. There is no crop will come. No crop will come. This is the situation of the farmer. Understand? He's also in a depression, because by using more and more on fertilizers, pesticides, his investment is increasing like anything, and the output you see, the output is never proportional to the investment or input what he is using. That's how he's also getting into suicides, because he's losing a lot of money. Somehow, what I'm trying to stress upon here is, forget about your main course of food. If you are using white rice, forget about it, and especially if it is grown with the chemicals, forget about it. If at all available, go to the 24 mantra, or some companies are there who will supply organic rice. Maybe you take that, or you take Rajamudi rice, some brown rice, red rice. Keep some, and every day you don't need to eat the rice. Every day you don't need to eat the millets. What you need to do, let me tell you. Now I'm coming to the point. Main course of food, what you do is, so One day, if you want 2 days, for example, white rice. If you like to know, I'm habituated, I can't leave. Okay, fine. 2 days white rice or 2 days chapati you take. Okay. Next 2 days, take one, little millet, and then in the night, little millet, all the grains, soak it in the water. Next day morning, say you can cook. Okay. It has to soak in the night, throughout night. Any millet to before cooking. Now, like that, any millet, 2 days, one millet, another 2 days, pearl millet, another that is pearl millet, sajje, another 2 days, ragi, that is finger millet, like that, just go on vary. In 10 days span of time, just go on vary 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, something. Okay. If you do like this, your main course of food is changed. You are safe, you are taken care. Okay. Don't go with only white rice, don't go with only chapati. That's very, very dangerous, right? So this is what I would like to tell you, friends. So with this, so what is the benefit? As I told you, the slow and steady glucose release is going to take care of a lot of problems in our life, my dear friends. So along with this so-called millets, we can make, so you can make the sambar and any kind of a vegetable curries, and you can use the pickles. You can use anything along with this so-called millets and other all this main course of food, and also you can make many things out of millets. I'll tell you, you can make the idli, dosha, and pulihora, and so-called, all these kind of different dishes also you can make with the help of the millets. Okay. So with this, what will happen? So bismillah bath, biryani also you can make. All this you can make aram say. There's no need to worry about it. Only white rice should be there to make all the, no, not like that. Okay. Please do this now. So with this, your main course of food is taken care. Now let's go to the pulses and lentils. Okay. Friends, pulses and lentils especially, why do we need to eat? We want good amount of protein, so we have to eat the pulses, lentils. Well, definitely we have to eat pulses, lentils. Anyhow, if you do the dal, pulses are there, right? If you do the, suppose if you take groundnuts, a fistful of groundnuts, soak it in the night. Every week, one fistful of groundnuts, soak it, eat. You eat, and also next day morning you eat, or you can give it to children also. They'll also eat. Now, this fistful of this so-called groundnuts will give you sufficient amount of protein to your physical body. Do you know this? That's all. 1 week, one fistful of groundnuts. If believe it or not, this is scientifically proven. And if at all you wanted extra, maybe 1 or 2 days early morning, you can eat sprouts, fistful of sprouts. That's enough. This is enough for the getting enough amount of protein to your physical body. What is the requirement of protein in the physical body? Let me tell you. See, protein is required. Protein is the building blocks for your all tissues and muscles, and to build your all the cells of the body. That is the requirement of protein. For that, what the doctors and experts are suggesting, go and eat non-vegetarian. Go and eat egg. Go and eat mutton. Go and eat fish. What is the problem with them? Of course, I mean, ancient generations wise they keep on eating, but the older generation, what they were eating, the kind of this non-vegetarian was different, completely different from the current days. Whatever the non-vegetarian these people are eating. Of course, in spirituality, if you eat non-vegetarian food, you may not get best results. Let me tell you frankly, you may not get definitely you may not get the best results, because the non-vegetarian food is a tamasic ahara. It will try to give a more and more negativity into you. The more and more negative thoughts it causes. Let me tell you why. Because see, spirituality work on the subtle level. Spirituality work with the energy body, energy, especially the vibrations. Spirituality work with the vibrations. Spirituality is in a work around with the vibrations and energy vibrations, energy so-called oscillations. And so when it is working with a certain level, what happen? It needs the so-called the food what you take also. It should be equivalent, or it should be so almost matching to that kind of subtle vibrations. It cannot take a rakshasahara, like a tamasahara, and as an input to the physical body, and you want to achieve the great meditation. No, it's not possible. Okay, you can't maintain that kind of a stillness within you if you are eating non-vegetarian. See, many people they complain, sir, I'm not getting stillness in the mind. I'm not able to enjoy the meditation. Then we ask, are you still continuing non? Yeah. First, forget about it. First, some days you just stop it. Then you see your meditation. then they realize, then they stop completely. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, fine. Anyway, that's a different subject. Friends, what happens here? Let me tell you. These experts are suggesting you to eat all this to get good amount of protein. That is wrong. Okay, let me tell you, any animal protein you take, any animal plus, first of all, the any dead body, a human body, we go and put into the smashana. But any dead animal, we are bringing and keeping in our stomach. Our stomach also, do you want it to be a graveyard for the animals? You don't want it to be, right? Graveyard must be different, right? See, any human body died, we go and put in the graveyard directly. So then why do you want to keep that dead body coming and keeping in the fridge, refrigerator, coming and keeping in our own stomach? Our own stomach becomes a graveyard, my dear friends. So why don't you understand this simple logic, isn't it? Anyhow, so that is again another way of looking at the non-vegetarian. Anyway, so these people, they try to convince you with respect to the protein development, right? For your kids and for you, good protein will come. They try to suggest you, but it's wrong. You don't agree. So we don't need to go with along the lines of these experts. Very simple. Eat the fistful of groundnuts, fistful of sprouts. That is enough. Is going to give you enough amount of protein to physical body. If you eat non-vegetarian, let me tell you, another repercussion is the disadvantage is, it is an animal protein that is going to cause hormonal imbalance in the physical body. That's what the suffering today. Let me tell you, all the ladies, no menstrual cycle is disturbed, right? They are not getting regular periods. They are getting a lot of issues, well, at the time of the menstrual cycle, and gents also getting a lot of issues because of hormonal imbalance happens when you take animal protein. No animal protein is going to digest you, but it is going to disturb your own inner constitution of the physical body. It is going to vary the hormones. Then that is the disturbance is going to be created. Remember this very carefully. I'm telling you again and again, remember this. Okay. Now, that's why forget about the so-called non-vegetarian food. So these pulses and whatever I'm telling you, take that. Now, so if we discuss about the milk, friends, now the milk. What is the milk? So alternative to the milk, and why, whether we can drink the milk, first of all. So this is one of the food, isn't it? The most regular food which we consume. Whether we will be able to, whether we should be able to drink the milk or not. No, you should not drink any milk, whatever it may. It is a desi cow milk, it is a Holstein cow milk, Jersey cow milk. Don't take any milk. Let me tell you why. See, milk is a time bomb, right? Milk is a slow poison. And also, there's a very good, wonderful book. You can read that book, Devil in Milk, written by one foreigner. He has researched a lot. Devil in Milk. That's a book you can purchase through Amazon. Okay. Anyhow, let me tell you the fact about the milk. Friends, milk what we are drinking today is generated out of the animals with the various hormonal injections and steroids they are giving to the animal. You know that? Whatever the milk you are drinking, you think that it's a natural, it is healthy. No, anything looks like a white in color, not a milk at all. Don't think that. And also, a lot of adulteration is going on. You don't know what adulteration is going on. They are using urea, DAP to prepare this. They are using some other chemicals to prepare this so-called milk, and mixing everything, and then packeting somewhere, pasteurization happening, packeting somewhere and coming to our house, and we are thinking there's a milk. No, no way. You can't believe it, first of all. Okay, you don't know what's happening. Lot of adulteration happening. Anyway, okay, you went to the buffalo, or you went to the one cow, and then you have you have got a direct milk also. And do you think that this milk can be taken? You can ask that question, right? Can I take that milk? So directly I'm getting from the animal itself? No, that also I don't recommend. I say no. Why? See, friends, this milk, especially the drinking, no, any drinking milk at the age of 3 years, we will not get any enzymes after 3 years. Any milk you drink, in order to digest the milk completely in our physical body, we don't get any enzymes beyond 3 years of our age. You know this? This is the fact. Beyond 3 years, no enzymes will be generated in our physical body. Then in that case, if there is no enzyme to digest the milk, any kind of milk to which you consume to your into your physical body, why do you want to take the milk? If it is getting undigested, if it is undigested, what happens? There are lot of impurities will be created inside the body. You see, why milk you will take? We want to get we want to get lot of calcium, isn't it? This is the analogy, this is a logic, or this is a kind of argument will be keep going on in the society, isn't it? If you take milk, you will get a lot of calcium. My son bones will be strength will be more. My bone strength will be very high. My teeth will be very strong. These were the general argument, right? Regular argument. Yes, I know. So I'm coming to that point only. See, calcium, to get the calcium, 1 gram of calcium to be absorbed by physical body, how much milk you need to drink? One liter milk you have to drink. These are statistics, friend. These are calculations are there. You can search in Google also, not a problem. Now, so 1 liter milk, can you drink for 1 gram of calcium? Is it possible? Not possible, right? And also, in this milk, what is there? Again, animal protein cannot be digested by our physical body, as I told you. When if it is not digested, what happens? It is creating lot of hormonal imbalances. You see, now this is the major problem for the the girl baby at the age of 8 years she is getting mature, isn't it? Is it not happening nowadays? What was the earlier ancient time, the age of the maturity, puberty time? It was 13 to 15 years for the girls. Now what is the time? 8 to 10 years. Can you imagine that eight years girl can manage this menstruation? How suffering this will take, how much pain she will undergo, what kind of mental status she will be having when the blood is going out of the age of 8 years. Did any time we are thinking all these things? Any doctors are suggesting what to do for this? They say again give milk, because they want to spoil your health, they want to extract money from you. Friends, remember this very carefully. Stop the milk if you are giving any kind of milk to your, if it is a desi cow milk, normal milk, I don't care which milk you are giving to your baby. Is a girl baby or the so-called male baby, whatever it may be. Whichever you are milk you are giving, please stop it immediately. Otherwise, see, many times, nowadays children, they are undergoing like lot of allergies, some atmosphere change allergy, cold, cough, all these things. Why it's happening? Because by drinking this milk, they are receiving the animal protein which is undigestible and also creating a lot of hormonal imbalance. It is also reducing their immunity power in a greater way. That's why they are getting into a lot of diseases, viral diseases, cold, cough, fever, all these things happening. So that is why. So in order to get the calcium, what is the alternative then? Alternate is very simple. Sesame. Sesame laddu. Sesame laddu. So make, sesame seeds are there. Make one sesame laddu with the help of the so-called dates, or a kharjura dates. That is a, otherwise you can use jaggery. Jaggery also, black jaggery. Use it. Okay. That's called. So you can use this kind of thing. Palm jaggery, you can say. Palm jaggery, date jaggery, or a normal jaggery, sugarcane jaggery also, but black in color. Mix it, make one right way, can make balls about each 20 grams, 30 grams. Just eat 2 3 this laddu in a week. You are, your baby, or male or girl baby, or male baby, I will definitely tell you, you receive 100 grams laddu. If you eat, you get directly 1 gram of calcium. That also completely digestible. This, whatever the calcium you are getting, right, it is completely digestible in your physical body. Then what is required for you? This is enough, right? So this way, please go ahead with this. And then this sesame seeds have got a capacity, in order to prevent the cancer also. The sesame seeds, sesame laddu, if you are eating, it has got capability to so-called prevent the cancer. So that's a kind of, so-called power is there within that sesame seeds. Now, cooking oils, friends. So let me go little faster, because we are running out of the time. And no, see, next thing which we need to know is cooking oils, friends. Cooking oils in our life, current life, we are using all the packet oils. All these oils, let me tell you, these are all refined oils. Very, very dangerous. In the refined oil, let me tell you, 75% of, there is an oil called paraffin oil, white oil, which is chemical. 25% of actual your oil, actual oil. For example, I want to buy one groundnut oil. You know what? How the groundnut oil will come out? 1 kg groundnut oil, if you want to generate 4 kg of groundnuts, you have to use. What is the each kg of groundnut? Each kg is 130, 140 rupees. It means 450 rupees for raw material of this groundnut oil. Then in that case, what should be my oil, packet oil, 1 kg of oil? It must be 500 rupees, 600 rupees. What is the oil you are purchasing? 200 rupees or 150 rupees. Do you think it is possible? It's not possible. How it is made possible in the factories, in the so-called oil factories. So what they do is, there is a waste oil come out of the petroleum industry. They take that. That's a white oil. It doesn't have color. It doesn't have smell. They take it. Then what they do? They do some process, and then they will add this another oil. Suppose you wanted sunflower packet. They add some 30-20% they will add. Suppose you want groundnut oil. They take 20-30% of groundnut flavor and add it. Then packet it and then give you as a one packet oil. Now we think that refined oil is very good. Actually, they made a lot of advertisements, spent a lot of money. They convinced you that refined oil is having low cholesterol. That is wrong. Who said that low cholesterol is there in that? Cholesterol is something which is good for health. There's a bad cholesterol, good cholesterol. Cholesterol will be built because of your own excess glucose in the physical body. Remember this. Okay, not because of eating this oil, that oil. So especially oils should be natural oils. Please use the natural oils. Forget about all the packet oils. Go to the nearby your nearby. There are Ghana oils. Something called Ghana oils, natural oils. Organic. You can go to organic store. There also you can procure, isn't it? So you will get natural oils, very widely available. Safflower oil, mustard oil, sesame oil, coconut oil, groundnut oil. Use all this. If you give this kind of oil to you, if you are using regularly for your kids also, you are also eating anything you are making with this oil. Let me tell you, very simple thing is, your child nervous system, so-called your brain development will be super for the child also. Right from the childhood, he must go through this kind of usage of the oils. That's very important, friends. Now, so these are simple background of the oils. Now, sweetness. For sweetness, what we need to use? No sugar. Completely rule out the sugar. It will increase the glucose levels. All of a sudden in the physical body. Don't use the sugar. Instead of sugar, for a sweetness, use jaggery, palm jaggery, date jaggery. All this, please use it. Now, what is about salt? For the salt, for the purpose of salt, what we need to use? We must use, my dear friends, Himalayan salt. That is only the salt we must use. Don't use the salt powder salt, which is available in the market, supermarket. Very danger. That is giving lot of, it is having lot of iodine. It is causing thyroid problem. It's causing uterus problem. It's causing so-called infertility in the human beings. Infertility is causing, the major cause for infertility is using the powder salt. Please remember this. Go out of that. Use only Himalayan salt. It is available very much in the organic stores and all. Please buy. Now, pickles and chutneys. Yes, pickles and chutneys are also very good. So pickles are actually fermented food. Pickles are fermented food. So in that, the lot of good bacteria is available if you eat in a proper way. But to prepare the pickle, what are the ingredients? All ingredients must be chemical free. Oil, whatever the inputs, they must be chemical free. Otherwise, no need to prepare a pickle. Don't use the pickle. If you want to use, so need to use, all ingredients must be so healthy in a manner. That's what important. So please use this. Now, food, what we should eat, what is the food we should eat? We have gone through. Now, what to drink, what not to drink, what not to use in the kitchen. Let me go through these items. So this is the second item, which are now the first is food. What we should eat, what we should not eat. We covered already. Now, so what we need to drink, what we should not drink, what we need to use, what we should not use in the kitchen. Let's go through. Now, what we should not eat, as I already mentioned here: rice flour, wheat flour, sugar, cane jaggery, maida, no eggs, no meat, no fish, no dry fruits, and no bakery products, any kind of a pizza, burger, biscuits, all these things, noodles, no. And no chocolates, no paneer, no cheese, okay, no creams, no milk sweets, no multigrain not required, no soya bean, no soya curd, no soya paneer, no honey also. In fact, if it is natural, if it is not natural, no honey also, no table salt, no iodized salt, no toothpaste. Okay, these were the thing, the list. And also, and what we should not drink: no cow milk, no buffalo milk, no goat milk, nothing, no coffee, no tea, no soya milk, no cool drink, no Coke, okay, no Pepsi, and no ready-made juice. and all fresh juice only you should eat, you should drink. And also instead of coffee, tea, what you should do? Kashayas. Okay. Now, what should be used in the kitchen? In the kitchen, no kind of refined oils at all, and no plastic items, no plastic bottles, boxes, plates, nothing. For cooking, no aluminum vessels. Cook in the no non-stick pans, no non-stick pans at all. No see, for the cooking, no copper vessels and no non-stick pans. Cook in the iron thing. Cook in the steel vessels. That's always good. And also cook in the so-called mud vessels. That's also very good. Please go with this list. Okay. Now, third point and finally, what we are going to discuss today is timely eating, my dear friends. Timely eating. This is the third point we are going to discuss today. What is timely eating? Children may eat whenever they feel hungry. That's not a big problem. They have good digestion power. They can digest whatever they eat whenever they are hungry. They can go and eat. Not as elders, when you cross 25, 30, you must follow some rhythm. What is the rhythm? Eat at 9 o'clock, and that too with all these grains what I told you, the main food course of food I explained you. If you eat at 9 o'clock, you don't feel angry till 5 o'clock. Let me tell you. In between, if you feel hungry also, what you do? You just eat fruits, salads, like this, natural things, local fruits, and also the seasonal fruits. If it is, for example, if you feel hungry at 11 o'clock, seasonal fruits. If you feel hungry at 4 o'clock, seasonal fruits, dates, these kind of things you eat. That's all. That's enough. Some, salad and natural, seasonal fruits and local fruits. Please do that. And dinner should be finished by 6 o'clock. Okay, it is also very important. And also, if you the one more thing is we should not eat in the odd timings. Don't eat odd timings. For example, late night software engineers, all these people, they are very busy, so they go to the bed also late. They eat also at the late timings. That is very very bad to the health. Please avoid it. Okay. So the fourth principle, what we need to follow in our day-to-day life is water. My dear friends, water. What do we need to know about water? We do not know how much water to drink, when to drink, what kind of water to be drink, how to purify the water, how to know whether it's alkaline water or acidic water. First of all, remember, whatever the water we day to day drink in a day to day life, you must know there are two parameters for the water to know quality of the water. To measure the quality of the water, first thing is pH value, second thing is TDS. What is pH? Potency of hydrogen. What is TDS? Total dissolved salts. Try to remember, why do we drink the water? First of all, we drink the water for three purposes. Number one, for the hydration of the cells. Number two, for the proper excretion system. Number three, the proper so-called the whatever the digestion takes place inside. Proper digestion to take place. These are the three purposes. And the proper digestion takes place, of course, we need to supply proper amount of minerals. So these are the three purposes for which we drink water on regular basis at any point of time in our day-to-day life. The first one is you have to make sure that whatever the water you are drinking, with that every cell of your physical body must be hydrated. It means it must be having water content in the cell, with the cell, along with the lowest part of your body, that is least part of the body, that's called cell. It must be hydrated. Otherwise, it leads to dehydration. Then it leads to dryness in your body, in your physical body. It will increase the heat in the body. Then it leads to a lot of other problems, a lot of other diseases, my dear friends. The second one is proper minerals to be supplied to the physical body. Remember, the second purpose of water to drink is to supply the enough or required minerals to the physical body. What are those minerals? Magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, calcium, right? All these kind of minerals. What are the minerals are there? Iron, all this. What are the minerals are required for the day-to-day reactions taken place within the physical body? We must drink the water, then only can supply the enough amount of minerals. The second purpose. Third purpose of drinking water is to make sure that the proper excretion, it means the stools to be passed away from your physical body to cleanse up your bowels, isn't it? So we need good amount of water, so that to be taken place, in the large intestine, then only it happens, right? So this is the purpose of water, why we need to drink the water. Now, what type of water we need to drink? It must have two values, pH value, TDS. pH must be always 7.2 and above. Remember, if that is the value of the pH of water, it is called alkaline water. If it is pH value somewhere 5, 6 and all, so that's called acidic water. Don't drink that. Okay. So now this is one parameter. You must remember, you must take care when you are accepting any water to drink. Second, TDS. What is TDS? Total dissolved salts. As I told you just now, the purpose of water to supply the minerals, right? Supply the minerals means the other way to call the minerals is salts. So the total dissolved salts, total availability of the salts inside the water, it must be 100 to 150. Max to max 200. It cannot be less than 50, 60 in that number. No. It has to be above 100, below 200. At the same time, it cannot be 300 and 400. That is too much hard. It means it has got excess amount of minerals what you need. So what you need, more than that, you are providing to the physical body, that's also not good. You can't provide the hard water where you have a lot of other minerals, all unnecessary minerals also will be there, like a borewell water. So borewell water we take generally from the 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet, 2,000 feet. From there we lift the water, borewell water. In that, more than required minerals, there are a lot of other minerals exist. So such kind of water is called hard water. So that water has to be softened first before use it. It has to be softened. Otherwise, even your skin also will get damaged. You know that. So you will get rashes, you will get itching, a lot of other complications will come. That kind of water. Okay. So anyway, that's the other process. So borewell water has to be first softened. Then after you can supply to the RO, or you can supply to the EV filter. Then after you will get some kind of a drinkable water, isn't it? So that's how. So this here the parameter is TDS, my dear friends. Parameter is TDS. Now you take any one mineral water bottle, what you purchase in the supermarket, wherever. You just go on measure the TDS. What TDS will be there? TDS will be only 50, 30, 50. Even you get nowadays canned water to the houses, okay? Because the pure water, the good water to drink, acceptable water is any water comes from the river, okay? From the river, if any water comes, it is acceptable water. But how many places is possible? In the so-called the vast India, even the metropolitan cities are not fully covered with a water network. Then what about the villages? What about the district places and mandals, all these things, right? It's highly impossible. Anyway, so what we need to understand is even the mineral water bottle is having a value of TDS is 30, 50. It is not good. It's not a mineral water. It doesn't have that many minerals what is required for your physical body. That you need to understand. Anyway, so this way, if you go and see, my dear friends, there are many problems in the current days, whatever the water we are drinking. That is why, let me tell you, all the people, even including children and adults, they don't have sufficient calcium inside the bones because you are not able to supply the calcium through the water. That is why you see anybody just fallen down, it will the leg or bone, whatever the hand or whatever it may be, it get fractured immediately. No doubt about it. The reason being the amount of calcium assimilated inside the physical body. So in the bone marrow, in the bones and in the teeth, everywhere, the amount of calcium very less. That is the reason. Because your water you are drinking, it doesn't have minerals at all. That's the first thing. Okay. So that is why if you try to see the various sources of water, as I told you, can water, bottled water, and groundwater and river water. Now, if you take the river water, you get sufficient amount of minerals, no doubt about it. But when it comes from the long places, there's again one problem with the water which comes from the river side. So what they do is they take it to the reservoir. They store it. In fact, they store it. Then put lot of chemicals to clean it. For example, chlorine. They do the chlorination, right? So by doing chlorination, what happen, so they may kill the bacteria, no doubt. Okay, but that chemical is there, the chemical residue is there within the water. When it comes to our house, what happen? Of course, we put that water to the so-called UV filter. The UV filter, what it does, it removes the chlorination, it removes the even chlorination, that is smell and chemicals and the bacteria, virus, whatever it may be, it removes everything. Okay, but it will not reduce the amount of minerals. Whatever the minerals are existing, it will be as it is. So that kind of water you can drink, no doubt about it. You can have that kind of water. The problem is if you try to understand in a deeper perspective, right? So in this perspective, nobody will tell you. In fact, the scientists are not investigating into this angle. What exactly it is? Water has got a memory. Okay, water has got a memory power. Understood? So what it does is whatever it goes through from the river. See, the river currents are there, no? And from the mountain, spring is there, no? So that is the purest water. Remember this. Why I'm using this word is it has got all the required minerals. It is also having life force in it. It's called Jiva Shakti, life force in it. Any other water which you reserve, which you take through pipeline, see, for example, from the river through a longest pipeline, it is maybe a plastic or a whatever the cement pipeline, they put it and they take from the so from where somewhere river to the reservoir to the city. So how much how much time they are just diverting the water in their own passion. In fact, the water nature to keep its own life force within it. Water has to flow in a natural way. It has to flow like a curvicle. It has to flow always. You can't restrict the water into one pipeline. If you do that, it is nothing but you are damaging or you are killing the life force of the water. This is happening exactly. So how do we retrieve back? There are methods. There are methods to retrieve back. That's why all our ancient methods are powerful. That's what I'm going to teach you today. Right. So anyhow, I'm telling you, the water when it cleans in the UV filter, let me tell you. So you added the chlorination, right, in the somewhere reservoir. That chlorine residue, let me tell you, the chlorine residue that will be remembered by the water. You know that even though you remove from the UV filter, you think that UV filter will remove that the chlorination, what is done in the reservoir. Is that it? But and let me tell you, the chlorination, what you have done, the chemical component, what you have added, the residue, the vibrations of that particular atoms will be remembered very well by the water. When you drink that, as if you think that you have removed all the chlorine atoms from the water. But remember one thing, that energy waves are present in this water. That energy waves, vibrations are present in this water. When you drink the water, the effect is same. Do you remember? Do you agree with this? Or you may not agree, and many people may not agree. But this is the research which is not happening. This research is not taking place. But we go through some certain books, right? So where all these kind of things will be discussed properly. There are some scientists particularly, but why it is not taken into the limelight? Because there is no money in this. Okay, if you do this, there is no money. Where is the money? Money is there in the bottled water plant. Okay, and bottling, selling water. If you do any research in that direction, you will get very good amount of grants from the universities. If you do this kind of research, what you will get? What is the advantage for the companies, industries? No advantage. Why do they want to do? At least we need to understand. As a end users, we can understand with these kind of sessions if you attend. My dear friends, now let me tell you, life force in the water, okay, is always there. The water has got a biggest, I can say that the huge amount of memory power. Water has got its own memory power. Remember this point. Write it down. Water has got memory power. So you added the chlorination. Though you remove from the UV filter, with the help of UV filter in your house, it will remember. If you drink, that effect will be same. Now, what is the use of UV filter? Only thing is for the sake of satisfaction. That's all. Right? So this is the fact. This is the truth. Okay. Now, anyway, this is the one problem with this UV filter. Now, other way is, friends, nowadays in many of the cities only groundwater. That means borewell water. You know the pathetic situation of groundwater. You are going underneath of 1,500 feet, 2,000 feet. You are not supposed to do that. Earth, Mother Earth doesn't allow you to dig, first of all. For example, I put one hole in your body and take the blood. Do you agree with that? What is the water? The underground water, what is it? It is a blood for the earth to survive. That earth, that, see, otherwise, for example, if at all you are supposed to drink, the water is flowing on the ground, right? On the surface, that is the water you must drink. It is telling, nature is telling, Baba, you drink that water. Why you go inside me, and you are digging, you are putting holes, so many holes to me. You are damaging me, isn't it? The water inside, anything inside the ground, the water, maybe surface water, for example, 40 feet, 50 feet. In the olden days, wells were there, wells. Okay, that well water you can drink, no problem, because it is just surface. Don't go 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet just in order to suck the water. That is going to damage your health, my dear friends. All that water, what it comes from that, that depth, it is not meant for your human consumption. It is no way, because you got technology, you invented something, drilling method. Some XYZ scientist has found out how to drill the bore well. Then can you go inside and suck its blood? You are sucking the blood of earth, by drinking the underground water of 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet. That is the sin we are committing. You know that? We are committing the sin. That's why it never gives you a good health. No doubt about it. Anyway, so you are doing that. It comes out. Then what happened? In this, hardest minerals are there. It's a lot of minerals. That means more than required to our body. Then we will send to the RO. Nowadays, what happening? RO, reverse osmosis. Then what we do? We filter it, go on filter. RO will do what exactly does? It remove all minerals. So output of the RO is zero minerals. It's called dead water. That water we are getting into the houses, and we will put into the can or whatever. Then we are drinking it. So there are zero minerals. Understood? So this is a problem. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, friends, what is the best method of drinking the water? First of all, okay, all these modern methods we are unable to get. One is life force is gone, right? One is life force is gone, and water also got great memory power. Whatever you do in front of water, it is going to remember forever. Okay, I'll tell you how to use that, the other techniques, how to energize the water also. When you are before drinking, or anytime, how do you energize the water? That also I'll tell you. Now the purification, let us talk about purification first. See, the olden ancient method, the best method is for us in India, from this is part of Sanatana Dharma. All our yogis and rishis, what they taught to us is the purification of the water to be done by so-called copper vessel. Understand? Copper vessel. What you do is simple. You take any water. It can be borewell water. It can be any other water. It can be coming from the river water, whatever. If you feel that in the river water also you don't. Sometimes the water comes through pipeline. Some it is mixed with the sewage water. We don't know. So any water which comes, you can boil it if you wanted. You want to neatly drink. Okay, you can boil it and cool down it and then put into the copper vessel. If you don't have copper vessel, don't worry. Take one 10 to 15 liter, 20 liter steel vessel, okay, or the mud vessel. Inside that, cut one 3.5 inch by 12.5 inch one copper sheet, okay, with the help of one string. Make one small hole to that copper sheet and just tie up with one string, and from the top of the vessel, just hang it, and then that copper sheet will be sitting inside the water. Just leave it for 6 to 8 hours every day. For example, now today night I am pouring the water of 20 liter. That has to go through the night, and early morning, next day morning, you take out that sheet, and by the time what happen, your water is structured water, energized water, clean water, everything. It remove everything, friends. It remove the bacteria, viruses. It will kill any particles it attract, any color, any kind of a so-called smell. It will take out, and it also introduces some good amount of minerals. Okay, so that's how this water is the perfect, the ancient method of purification of water, energization of water, using this copper vessel. Okay, please remember this and follow this. That's what I would like to tell you today in the class. But every day after, in the night, when you are using this method, next day morning the water is ready, remove the seat, use that water throughout the day for the drinking water, for the drinking, for the so called cooking, everything, use it, no problem. But that seat whatever is put now, that has to be taken out, clean that seat again before putting it again next day night. You want to do the same process, it must be cleaned and then use it. What is the cleaning method? Take one tamarind, okay, tamarind, then clean properly the, top side, the all the sides of that copper seat need to be properly cleaned with the help of tamarind, otherwise the lemon with the salt. Okay, this is the best method of cleaning. So do this way. This most useful and very easy technique for drinking purified water. Okay, it's a natural purification of water, my dear friends. Now, so the other method of the energization of water, just example, if you go to temple, there's a tirtha, right? Then like pujari will be giving, priest will be giving tirtha. What it does is, so in front of the water, they'll be speaking lot of, they'll be chanting lot of mantras continuously. All the mantra vibrations, it go inside the water, it will remember. I told you, water has got memory power, right? It will remember all the vibrations. So that water is energy. That's why you give small amount of water only. That also useful. I mean, it's very useful for you. You drink that water, that three tirtha, you give tirtha, right? So that what is the importance of that? Because it has got lot of amount of vibrations of the mantra vibrations. It is energized water. What is the other way of energized water? If you have pyramid, okay. So if you have pyramids, small pyramids or big pyramids. So yeah, probably the last week I posted one pyramid catalog. You check that. So what will happen is, you take water can, on the top of water can, keep one pyramid. For example, see here, the smallest one small pyramid, right? So this is a bottle, for example. So take one bottle of water, on the top of it, keep it for 2-3 hours like this. Then this bottle of water is energized. You can drink this water. Then this particular water will get life energy. That is, it will get energy into the water. Then you can drink. It will do the usefulness for your physical body. It will give the energy to the physical body. Understood? So this way, the other way. The other way is to clean the water along with that copper sheet you are putting it, right, every day night. What you do is, you also put one dry drumstick moringa seed. Okay, moringa seed also you put it along with the copper seed. Remember this point also. Okay, it's very important. That will help a lot. Okay, the moringa seed also is going to do a lot of cleansing of the water what you are going to drink. This is the other method. The finally, what I would like to tell here is, friends, other way of purification or other way of converting any water into alkaline water is with the help of other two methods are there. Agnihotra. Agnihotra, if you do, you get one ash. The finally ash will come. That ash, just one, so a pinch of that ash, you put into one 20 liter, or at least one spoon you take, put it 20 liter. It will alkaline like entire water will become alkaline water. That is the easiest method. If you put that ash of the Agnihotra. The other way is, just take, sometimes whenever you want to drink a medicated water, night time, in the bottle of water you take and put one tulsi leaves, okay, otherwise pudina leaves. It will also it will also alkaline the water. That water will help you a lot. The other way is cucumber. Cut the cucumber pieces, put into the water, so that water also will become a alkaline water. Understood? So this how there are many methods with the water. What all the things you can do, I try to describe you. Please use this method. Okay, this is what we need. We are trying to discuss about the water, friends. The drinking water also, of course, on the water itself, there are many sessions we have done in the previous sessions, in the previous classes. There are many sessions. The reason is, it's a very vast subject. It is not going to finish in this short time and whatever 1 hour or something. Okay, the reason is, it has a long vast subject wherein how much water to drink, how to drink. Okay, so anytime water when you are drinking, remember another 3 points I'm going to mention now to go to the next subject, next topic. Always when you are drinking water, sit and drink. Don't stand and drink. When you are urinating, sit and urinate. Don't stand and urinate. Your kidneys will be damaged. If you are standing and drinking water, you'll get very fast the knee problems, knee pains will start. Okay, this is one problem. The one thing you need to remember. Secondly, how much amount of water we need to drink? We need to drink amount of water equal to 6% of our weight. For example, we are 60 kgs. 60 kgs into 6%, that is 3.6 liters you must drink every day. Okay, so and also anybody want to be healthy, happy and healthy throughout the day, and you want to take care of your health in a proper way, one particular method, ushapan. Every day morning, early morning when you wake up, right, light lukewarm water, otherwise normal water, 1 liter water. That while drinking water also, at a time you should not drink water. Whenever you are drinking water, it should be taken like a tea or coffee, like a sip by sip. Okay, always we say, eat the water, drink the food. Understood? Eat the water, drink the food. This statement you remember, very important. Okay, so please follow these guidelines, so you will be able to take care of your health. So more than this, I don't think anything more required regarding the water. If you want to know deeper, the deep perspective of water, you need to read the books. There are special books available for the water, like the important significance of water, power of water, memory of water. There are a lot of books are available. You have to read them. Okay, so and again, so this water also be how to drink the water, what the process of method of drinking water, I told you right now. But anytime, whenever you are taking food, before 1 hour, after 1 hour of food, you must drink the water. In between, while taking food, you must not drink the water. You can take one sip. Okay, if you have any difficulty in swallowing food, you can take one sip. Otherwise, during food, you should not take water. After the food 1 hour, before the food 1 hour, you can take water. You can drink water. Okay, so right, friends. So let's go to the next topic. Next topic is kashaya. Okay, so let's cover it faster. So we have another five the 5 topics in the part of holistic lifestyle today we have covered. So fifth topic is kashaya. What is the importance of kashaya? It's very simple. Kashaya, instead, in the place of, see, the British method is like drinking tea and coffee. Especially tea and coffee, both are having, as I mentioned in the previous classes, white sugar. Very, very bad to the health. Okay, it is going to jump, it's going to impulse the amount of glucose into you, and then it will convert you into diabetic patient. Never do that. So no sugar, no sugar related sweets or tea or coffee, and especially tea, coffee, avoid that. Then go into the kashaya, tulsi kashaya, sunti kashaya, pudina kashaya. So there are many, right? So if you go on, take all the leaves, any leaves you take, pongimania. So many of the leaves you can take, and you can do kashaya. So this kashaya is very, very easy to do. So just you can take 20 leaves, for example, tulsi leaves. Take 20 leaves, 20 leaves of tulsi, wash it properly. Any mud particles or anything, wash it properly. Then take 1 glass of or 1.5 glass of water on the stove. Just boil it, go on boil it, and put these leaves. Then once you boil for another 4-5 minutes, what happened? So the entire kashaya, essence of tulsi goes into the water. That becomes a kashaya. So now just let it cool down a little bit. Then what you do is just filter it, and all the leaves will be taken out, and that whatever the water remains, that is called kashaya. Drink that kashaya, adding some, if you wanted some jaggery, otherwise palm jaggery powder or something, so that kind of thing you can add it, and then you can drink. So this is how you need to make kashaya, friends. So this kashaya is going to provide you a lot of healing, basically. So healing is very, very important. And also the water what you are using for making kashaya, you should use the water stored in the copper vessel. Okay, that is the energized water, whatever you do now. So that water you please use it, then it will be much useful. And also these kashayas are going to be helpful like a catalyst for healing any disease faster. So healing any disease faster, these kashayas are helpful as a catalyst. Not only, even they cure the diseases also if we take in the long term. Okay, so try to remember this, friends. So then probably you can very easily make these kashayas and implement in your life, day-to-day life. So it will be much, much well-wisher. Now, the sixth point is utensils for cooking. What kind of utensils we must use? We must not use aluminum utensils. So non-stick plates, non-stick utensils we must not use. Understand? So we must use iron tawas and for cooking purposes. And if at all mud vessels you can use for cooking purposes, that is always good. Never use never use the aluminum, never use the non-stick all the vessels. Remove everything from your house. Otherwise, it is going to be much dangerous, my dear friends. Okay, remember this. All these non-stick vessels, especially, to be strictly avoided. The reason is in the non-stick there is a non-stick coating is there. That is called Teflon coating. Okay, the Teflon coating, what happens is when you are heating up that particular non-stick pan or other whatever the vessel, it go on slowly that will melt, that will be melted and add into your food. So that will add into your food. Then once it goes into the food, what happen, you will be eating. So after that it doesn't digest inside you because it doesn't have enzymes to digest that kind of chemicals inside the physical body. Understood? So then what happens, it go on stuck in the so-called small intestine. It go on stuck in the small intestine, it doesn't digest. Then what happen, that will that will try to deprive you from the lot of minerals to be absorbed into the blood through the small intestine. Okay, so the assimilation of all the nutrients will not be taken place properly. This leads to so-called, see, selenium disease. It's called deficient minerals deficiency syndrome. Minerals deficiency diseases, basically. That's why you lose the air. Okay, nowadays many of the people, there are no hairs on the head. Okay, the bald head, basically bald head, losing all the hairs, all this is taking place, isn't it? So the reason for that is especially this mineral deficiency is taking place in every person because we drink the, probably the next item what I'm trying to discuss, usage of plastic. There is seventh item in our holistic lifestyle. What exactly it is? Drinking the, so I mean using the plastic. So how do you, what to be understood about the usage of plastic, my dear friends? So one thing is you must stop using the plastic in the form of water bottles, in the form of containers for storing pickles, for storing oil, for storing any other things, any other grains or whatever it may be. Don't do that. Let me tell you, any plastic water bottle take, put the water in that. What happens, the reaction, chemical reaction keep taking place between that water and the surface of the plastic. You know this? So this will be continuous process. Then what happens with these chemical reactions? Slowly, in the long run, the residues, smallest particles of these nanoparticles of the plastic gets into the water, gets into the oil, gets into the food, right? Especially whenever you have a hot food, right? Do not put into the so-called plastic container. That is going to be much more danger because the heat, with the heat, what happened, the fast reaction takes place between the food and the plastic. Then the more amount of nanoparticles of plastic will get into the food, then you are eating, okay, and it goes inside. Then whatever I said just now, that entire action will be taken place. And also when you are giving a box, one box container or something to the your kid, for school going kid, what happens is he'll also carry the food in the plastic container. It is much dangerous to him. Like, it is going to be damaging his health, basically, right? So don't do that. That also. So all these things, if you take care, right? You take care, it's much better. And also, especially these plastic items, wherever you use in the kitchen, please avoid it and go for the all other items, steel items, iron items. Okay, so all these things you can replace with this plastic must be replaced as soon as possible. Not only that, friends, the other things you need to remember is plastic with respect to the environment. What exactly happening while using, by using this plastic, the environment is also damaged. How it is going to happen? Let me tell you. You are using the plastic, one plastic bottle of water, right? Then after using this bottle, you will throw the bottle on the ground, on the soil, isn't it? So that especially that bottle will never disintegrate. It is going, see, any plastic item thrown on the soil, on the ground, will not be disintegrated even if you wait for 300 years. You know this. So it means how much pollution you are doing for the soil by throwing the plastic on the ground, because you are using the plastic, isn't it? Whenever you go to the shop, take your own bag. Don't carry the plastic something given by the so-called vendor, these vegetable vendor or any other vendor. Okay, take your own bag. This way you can protect yourself, protect the environment also. Understood? And also this plastic, especially the recycling, the recycling is also very very tough. So that is why don't use the plastic at all in your life. Okay, please take care of. There are a lot of other factors which I can go on discuss, but I don't have time, that much time. So let's we can't discuss in deeper for on every aspect also. Now the eighth point, walking is must, my dear friends. So walking is must. This is the eighth holistic lifestyle principles everyone must follow. So what is this walking? Walking for an everyday basis, 1.5 hour walking is always must and mandatory and beneficial to everybody, my dear friends. So it's always, remember, it's the best kind of exercise, one of the best kind of exercise compared to all other exercises. Remember, and nowadays people are treating this is not an exercise, and they ignore it. They don't use it. Use the benefits of this. Okay, so unfortunately, they don't consider the part of exercises. But it is the best exercise I can say, because it gives the movement. Like if you see, if you walk on the barefoot, for example, on the feet you have a lot of acupressure points. They'll be pressed properly, and it energizes all the organs of the physical body. It gives the perfect health. You know that. But not only that, friends. So many times we sit and work, then lot of stress is accumulated inside the physical body. If you walk, it will be relieved. Understood? So like this, we need to understand all these things. And also, friends, so the walking, especially walking, one thing you need to remember is how long you are walking, how much slow you are walking is more important than walking so fast and completing your, like a duty or responsible. Don't do that. Many people, what happen, they do a lot of brisk walking. They go very fast and they come back fast. No, that is not the way. Walking is very very important. In the way, if you do is walk slowly, steadily, and slowly, steadily you walk, and then spend more time in the nature. Okay, that means walking slowly and long walking. That is very very beneficial to the physical body. Remember this. And also, our body is having 5 to 6 liters of the blood. In the 5 to 6 liters of the blood, we have 5 to 6 grams of the glucose. In order to consume the 5 to 6 grams of the glucose every day basis, on everyday morning, if you walk, how much, every 15 minutes, if you walk, 1 gram of glucose can be burnt. Understand this. Okay, if that is the case, if you walk for 75 minutes, 1 hour 15 minutes every day on the morning, in the morning, I can burn this 5 to 6 grams of glucose in my physical body. So that make sure that on a day-to-day basis, I'm just consuming all this glucose properly, so that what happens, so after the walking, I get the fresh demand of glucose. My body will ask for the fresh glucose. Then I can go and eat the so-called breakfast. So instead of doing this, what happened, we are doing ulta. What we are doing, we are not burning whatever existing glucose, but we are go on eating again. You know that what way you eat? You suddenly eat some sugar sweet. You suddenly drink one Pepsi, Coca-Cola. You suddenly eat one ice cream. With this, what happened? So already existing glucose is there inside, but you are again pumping too much glucose inside. So this excessive glucose, what happened? It go into the body. So that is very much getting into the bloodstream, and it will be flowing inside. The liver especially will wait for some time. If you are not able to burn it, whatever the reasons may be, you are not a worker, you are not a physical worker, you are a person, software engineer sitting and working. There is no way of burning. But you don't know how to eat, you don't know. Whatever it comes in the way, you are eating. And you don't know how to burn also. Isn't it? Now the liver will wait for some time. After some time, what it does, liver takes one decision. It converts entire glucose into fat cells, bad cholesterol, okay, and so-called triglycerides, glucogen packets, and do all this. Then what it does is that extra, that what are the fat cells, it will take and paste across the hip, otherwise thighs, otherwise heart, all the arteries of the heart, whatever the blood vessel, the blood circulation is happening, arteries, the heart related arteries, everything, it will go on stick, the paste, all this extra amount of fat cells, the extra fat cells, it will be accumulated there. This is how what happened, your arteries which is carrying the blood to the heart is becoming narrow. Okay, the blood vessels becoming narrow. When the blood vessels are becoming narrow, what happen? The blood undergoes lot of pressure, especially heart cannot pump. Heart has to apply a lot of pressure. That is called high BP. Understand? So this how you get high BP, so called diabetes type 1, type 2, and then slowly you, if you support, if at all somebody get cancer, cancer will never go to this kind of people who is having highest glucose. The cancer can never be cured. Okay, so this we need to understand, my dear friends. It's very important to maintain the proper glucose level in the physical body. So walking is very important. So walking is best, running is bad. Okay, remember this. Walking is best and running is very bad. Running cannot be done. Running should not be done. Walking is always mandatory and important. If you do the running, what happens? Your knees will be damaged in the slowly, in the long run. So walking is not all good. We are a two-legged animal. We are meant for only walking. The God has designed us. We are not meant for running. Okay, please remember this. Now, ninth point: sleep is mandatory, my dear friends. Why sleep is mandatory? In the, if you properly sleep, what happen? You get enough amount of rest to the physical body. You also receive good amount of energy. You can re-energize the body, rejuvenate the body. And also, when you rejuvenate the body, your immunity power will be increased, so that you can heal lot of diseases. That's why whenever you are not feeling well, what you do? Generally you go to the sleep, isn't it? So if you feel headache, if you feel something, less energy, and any other issue, any other disease, you'll go into the sleep immediately. The reason is you want to energize yourself. That is why the sleep is very mandatory. And also, if you don't sleep properly in the night time, my dear friends, let me tell you, in our physical body, every organ has got certain time for the cleansing. Okay, repair mechanism. Every organ. For example, liver will do the cleaning between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Understood? The heart, for example, it does its own cleaning between 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, like that. Every organ has got its own time of cleansing. You are not giving time for cleansing of physical body if you don't give proper rest to the physical body. Understood? So that's why don't do the overnight working, and delayed night, eating delayed in the night times, eating late night, and sleeping late night. Don't do that. Okay, give enough amount of rest to the physical body. And also, if you, for example, if you don't sleep properly in the night, what happens? There is something called your pineal gland. Okay, the pineal gland generates melatonin, one hormone that will not be generated if you don't sleep properly in the night time. Understood? If that is not generated, what happens? There are a lot of things will happen in the physical body. All the cleansing will be missed. All the cleansing, I'm telling you. So that is why you have to take care of the sleep in the proper way. It's very important, my dear friends. Okay. So the improper sleep, why it will happen to the many people? Nowadays, lot of stress. Okay. So unhygienic lifestyle, especially. So not like an improper lifestyle, lot of bad habits. Okay, people who drink alcohol, cigarette, all this, smoking, these people also gets into improper sleep. Especially many people suffer from the insomnia. They take pills instead of correcting their lifestyle. They go to the pills, sleeping pills. It is very dangerous. It won't help. In fact, I'm telling you. So please take care of this. The sleep is mandatory. At least 6 hours sleep is always important, which will be much helpful, my dear friends. Now the final holistic lifestyle principle. Please remember meditation. You all know what is the help of meditation. What the help will be done by meditation. Meditation energizes you. Meditation takes away from your stress. Right? It's energizes you. It will remove all your stress inside the mind and body, isn't it? And it will improve the productivity. It will also improve the immunity power inside you. So there are many benefits, my dear friends. So finally, if you want to get moksha, atma sakshatkar, self-realization, the only method is the meditation. So as we know this, so that is why we all have to follow this. So many times, so friends, nowadays we use mind more and more. So we have to clean the mind, not the physical body. Physical body, anyway, we are cleaning with the help of so-called, we do bathing, physical bathing, that's physical cleansing. But what about mental cleansing? The mental cleansing will be done by only meditation. That has to be done day in, day out. Whenever you are doing, see, you are eating, you are taking bath and all, right? Similarly, you must take the meditation. Meditation is part of your life. It must be. Otherwise, where is the cleansing happening for your mind? You are using mind more instead of physical body. You know that we sit and work. How many organs will work when you are sitting and working? Hardly your mind is working continuously. Your eyes are working, isn't it? So in that case, mind is working more. So throughout the working cycle of every person nowadays, right? More and more mind is working. So that's why every day, on everyday basis, you must clean this mind. That's called mental cleansing. That is called dhyan. That is called meditation. Okay. So with this, my dear friends, we are closing the today's holistic lifestyle part 2, right? So thank you so much. Dhanyavad.